Hello everybody and welcome back to the final episode of the build of the Talon Pro, or the Mini Talon V2, or whatever the hell it's called. I have changed a few things. Recording in 4K 60 FPS. Also, I am going to try and edit this with DaVinci Resolve and not Sony Vegas, or whatever it's called now, something Vegas. So we'll see what this is like. It's finished, basically. The last thing that we've got to do is apply some stickers, which we'll go on to in a short amount of time. I'm just going to go sort of front to back and go over the last few things I've done. So I've installed the propeller, made sure it's going the right way around if anyone's interested. That is the motor we're using. Now, something that I have noticed which is quite good is, don't knock that over, the prop is lower, sorry, this is lower than the prop, so it's going to be quite hard to catch your hand in the prop directly from there. If anything, you're going to hit the plane first. I am slightly worried. The website shows that what they recommend is basically a 6-cell with a low kV motor and a big prop, whereas I'm going down basically exactly what was in my Mini Talon. So we'll see how it goes, and if this power set goes well, I'll explain later, I might make some custom batteries for this. So I've installed the new FY41 and our new power management system. These cables are a bit tighter than I'd like, but never mind. That is just channel 8, so we can plug that into something without upsetting and having to pull this out if we want to. There's the Y lead for the ailerons. The fact that this is floating about, I'm not too happy about, but never mind. This is all done. This is on the nice antenna from Flytron. That shouldn't pop out of there. It'll be bounced about a bit, but it should be fine. If you look on the inside, you may notice there is some lead. Something like that. There is some lead in the front because the battery that I want to use to begin with has to go right in the front, as far forward as I can possibly get it, which is hard to do with one hand. I can get it even further forward to get it to balance properly. I've marked the C of G actually on top of the wing so it doesn't get rubbed off when you put your fingers on the underneath. That's what she said. It is roughly sort of here-ish. And I have to have about 100 grams of lead in the front and this all the way to the front now, just for, so you know. What have I got? 10, 30. Actually, it's only about 60 grams in the front, and it's only just the correct amount. And as you can see, this is 530 grams roughly. So you need at least a 550, 600 gram battery. And to be fair, I'm using a relatively small motor. It's not like a massive low kV one. So that is slightly concerning. We'll get rid of that little bit of, look at the crisp details of the Velcro in 4K. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, presuming this is good enough, this power system, is I'm probably going to make some lithium cells. So here's one of the 2 cells that I have for the drift. So these are the Sanyo 3500 10 amp cells, 18650s, and as you can tell, that weighs 110. If we doubled this up, so if we made it, it's hard to explain. This is a 2-cell. So if we doubled it to make it a 4-cell 3500, and then quadrupled that, basically so there were 16 cells instead of 2. So if we times that by 8, you're getting, 800 odd grams. That'll be fantastic for the front of this to get it balanced. So as long as the power is good enough, then we'll go to that. Slightly concerned, it's right on the edge of being tail heavy, and I have lots of movement. This could be quite exciting, but we'll see how it goes. I could also use the slightly higher battery. So for example, this is about the best compromise you can get, a 3500 capacity and 10,000 draw. For example, if you go for the bigger size, which I believe is like a 2700 instead of an 18650, 2700, you can get like a 5000 30 amp quite easily for like, instead of like £2.80, £3.60 a cell. So I could have 8 of those instead of 16, get a 10,000. This would be slightly more, it'd be like 14. or even a 3p one. What I quite like about this is, if needed, I'm not sure if the other ones would be able to go right in the front, but these can, I mean, disappear, goodbye, all the way in the front, which is very good. Excellent news. So, that's fine. I've done all of the configuring of the new FI41. I did all of that off camera because you haven't seen it once. I love this canopy mounting system. Something I have done is, I'm not sure if I've shown this, but I've put a carbon bar in there to strengthen it up, so there's even less chance of this back half lifting up in wind. This, I've replaced the pan servo. I super glued it and then put some, like, which side is it on? Some yoo-hoo down the side to fill up the gap. Camera records fine. Another thing I've done is I have installed a 180-degree pan modifier thing, so it just goes in line, and it'll now go like here, so you can see the wingtips. Because the servo will do it, it's just that the PWM won't. So basically what it does is it doubles the PWM increment. So that's good. Seems to record fine. It's very flashy. I think the problem is similar to an issue that I have with this. This is 60 Hz. I live in the UK, so it's 50 Hz lighting, so you get sort of flashing. I get a bit of a shimmer on this at 60, but I can't set it to 50 to line it up. I've set the CAD-X to 50. The CAD-X is what's on the drift, and that looked a lot better. And coming over this side, because what I want to show you is what I've done for cabling, because this is very neat for me. So the cabling for the power lead just comes straight in. It's not tied down. But what I've done here is I've tie-wrapped all the cables together. Can we drop the phone? Oh, look at this. So I've tie-wrapped the cables together. And then I've got like toothpicks holding them back into the slot. So obviously to the front we've got camera, pan and tilt, and airspeed sensor, and then halfway across, of course, we've got the video transmitter cable. I cocked it up slightly by tie-wrapping it, so we now can't unplug this, but doesn't matter. So the next thing to do is stickers. So I'm going to take this off of the bench and we'll have a look at some sticker scenarios. Okay, so as you can tell, we have a glorious wing bag with the Talon Pro name written upon it in beautiful pink. This stuff, if you're wondering, it's bubble reflector or something is what you need to search for. So it's like a roll of sort of bubble wrap with silver on either side. What it's actually meant to be used for is for the back of a radiator, so instead of the heat going into the wall or outside, if it's a crappily insulated wall, it reflects the heat back into the room so that you don't waste heat on radiators. Now, what we use it for is just because it's a bit stronger than bubble wrap, but it is basically just bubble wrap. You know, there is air in these circles. And my dad did this for me. He said, "What colour do you want?" I said, "Pink," because why not? And I really like this font. That, you know, it looks a bit like it's written because it's got the little sort of over blobs. The best one is on here. I said, "You know what? Can you make me another couple of them, exactly the same, more or less, to have on the wing?" Now, the problem is, due to a slight computer glitch, the font wasn't available. So he's chosen one that looks similar. I'm fairly sure it's Comic Sans. So I'm putting pink Comic Sans on my Talon Pro, which I think is quite funny. Yes. I'm going to install this. To be honest with you, with stickers, you are best having the model assembled so you can see exactly what it's like. I'm not doing that. It's my own fault if it looks cock-eyed. But I know that roughly it's roughly 90 degrees, so I've got it 90 degrees roughly with the end of the bench. That's the C of G mark, by the way, just in front of the tube. Have it on the top. You can line your fingers up without accidentally rubbing that off too easily, although it is permanent. It was some massive Sharpie thing. So we're going to install this about an inch or so away from the end, sort of nice and straight with the leading edge. And I'm then going to have these in some sort of arrangement. Only one of these immersion ones, obviously, but they come two on a thing. Thank you for two of them, not like Sunny Sky, where I've had to nick the second one out of a motor I've not used yet. And the free sky, I'll have a yellow on one side and a black on the other of these bottom set. But yes, I'm going to do this off camera because I'm going to use like a credit card, and I don't want you knowing my credit card information, obviously. So this stuff, obviously a pink roll of stuff. The computer cuts them out. Got the backing here. We then have this sort of giant tube of what's basically masking tape. You put over the top. You then peel the backing off, and you can smooth down this. So, and then obviously you take the masking tape off the top. So, I'm going to do that, and I'll be back to you with the finished results. Okay, so there we have it. We have a little crease here and a little crease there, but otherwise it's fine. The main issue is this powered by Sunny Sky sticker. They're all individual stickers, so as you can see, a little bit missing off the D, a little bit missing off the Y. And they're all individual numbers, which is a bit of a nightmare. Free Sky again, got on fine. So we'll do the other side, and we'll be right back. Right, having to refilm this part because I accidentally still had the debit card on the table. So this is the full effect of the stickers on the wings. This Sunny Sky went on a lot bit easier. What I did is I basically did it up to the Y of the buy, cut that off, and then removed the sticker that way, keeping it as flat to the surface as possible. And it came off much easier. So if you're having struggles with them stickers, you know what to do. But yeah, it's all ready to fly now. So this will be it for the build series of this plane, which took a lot longer than I expected. And we'll see how it flies as soon as we're allowed to. But yeah, thank you for watching this series. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Leave in a comment if you have any questions. And there is always the playlist on the channel, so you can watch the whole build from start to finish, including the unboxing. But thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.